get this moving. This is Stephen Hardwick. I've called to order the meeting of the Clintonville Area Commission Zoning and Variance Committee. Do I have any, it's 7 o'clock, do you have any objections to the agenda? Approved without objection. The draft minutes that were linked to, were there any changes?
The only thing is I wrote something. There was something about somebody seconding.
Yes, there was no second for the minutes for last meeting. Right? That's all. Okay. I will review the audio and go back and correct that.
Unless somebody remembers it.
I do not remember off the top of my head. I do have the audio. I will go back and review and then release the final notes.
With that, it is, I think the city attorney won't get too hung up over a second in a minute, so let's just go with that note. Do I motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's passed unanimously. Oh, I should ask Jason if he has a excused absence. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. Now we get a chance to pick our vice chair again, who does what he's doing over here, keeps the minutes, and serves in case I can't make it. He's agreed to do it again, so I will nominate Michael Haw to serve as our vice chair. Do I have a second?
I will second happily.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimously passed. Congratulations. You get.
Thank you.
We'll double your pay this year.
Yes. Infinite raise. I love it.
Okay, the 2 items on the demolition agenda, and just so you know, the second one, I did tell them they didn't need to come unless their swing pops up. They can show up at the commission because I'll swing will give that. First one is demo 2506524, 3755 Olentangy Boulevard. Whether to waive the 6-day waiting period for the demolition of a 2,300 square foot main structure. As I understand, this is. Can you give your name?
I'm Ted Rapaski of Rapaski Waste Services.
I said this is a full house, or is it?
It is a full house. There's 2 small sheds and there's an in-ground pool that we're going to remove as well.
Do we have any questions from the committee? We're going to be a little less formal today because we don't have an audience to work. We only have 3 people in the audience. We don't have a large audience to manage. How about that?
You have the most important people here.
Yes, you do. But we don't have a large audience where I'm going to have to worry about lots of people, getting lots of people.
Are we allowed to ask what's going to happen after that lot's cleared?
Well, do you have any questions from the committee first? Then we'll go to.
How old is this house?
1940 was the original construction. It appears that the hearthstone, various items have been removed already. The gentleman that purchased it, Mr. Myers, is a neighbor. He lives on Winthrop. Buying that property, tear it down. His intention is to build new. They would like to get it torn down as soon as possible. I can't speak to exactly why, but they haven't finalized the plans for the new construction yet. And I think maybe they want to see it without,
Clear.
because it is structure from fence to fence currently, so you really can't get a feel for the property with the existing house in place. So it's just an assumption. I assume that's why they want to get it done as soon as possible.
Do I have any other questions from the committee?
Does it get tested for lead or asbestos?
In Ohio, the EPA waives residential properties for lead abatement testing as long as they're residential. If it's ever been commercial, then there's a requirement for lead testing. The risk with asbestos is in the air. It's friable asbestos, and when we do demolitions, we always have a water truck on site for whether there's asbestos or not in the material. We want to keep the dust down, but not disturb neighbors.
Will anything be recycled?
Yeah, we actually haul back to our own C&D processing facility. Repasky Waste has one of 3 in Columbus, Ohio, actual recycling and processing facilities. On the demolitions, we generally recycle about 75% of the material.
Okay, any more questions for the committee before we ask for 2 public comment, if either of them want? Either are public comment, either you would like to comment on this?
Is there any commissioner report?
No.
I'm going to assume that I don't think the property had been well maintained for the last probably 25 years prior to the current owner, who has not owned it for very long, correct?
Right.
So it probably needs
Okay.
a rebuild.
Any other comments? Okay, then it comes back to the committee. Shall the application be approved? The chair makes that motion. It's now on the table. Do we have any comments? Okay, then we'll do roll call just to.
Yes.
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 And I vote yes as well, so it's recommended 8-0. Goes to the Clintonville Area Commission. Unfortunately, oftentimes the zoning agenda doesn't start till after 8 o'clock.
Okay.
But the one thing you can be happy there is the library kicks them out at 9, so you know you will be home by.
Okay, so that'll have more of a public presence and maybe
Yeah.
more questions that need to be
It
answered.
could be, because it's a full house, I think people are gonna be more interested to know
Okay,
what's going, and the only reason I told the next person not to come is it's normally for a detached garage.
Right,
You saw
right.
that,
Yeah.
We're trying not to be bureaucratic hurdles. Okay, you can stay if you wanna watch, or you can go enjoy the evening with your friends or family or whatever.
I would love to get home with my family.
Okay. Thank
That's
you
all
very
right,
much.
everyone. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Okay. The next one, let's just say, I'll put it on the record since it needs to go on the record. The reason we're hearing this is that there's currently a vacancy in District 4. The rules say that this is a detached residential garage. And normally it would go through the bypass procedure, but the bylaws say it has to be approved by all 3 of me, the CAC chair, and the district chair.
This is a District 4.
Is it?
This is District 5. Blenheim is.
Blenheim, I thought I checked that.
Blenheim is District 5.
Did I miss?
4, I think, isn't. So, I mean, I think it's south,
4 is
maybe all the way
Let me,
to.
I pulled this up on here, and no one,
No one said anything.
normally I get a correction, and they probably just did what I have to do is trust. They probably just trusted me that I got it right, but I'm gonna check that. Let's see, that's the wrong thing. Meet your commissioners. Let's pull this up here, because if not, then
Because that's Brittany then.
then it's the vice chair that just doesn't, then. Let's see if I mess this up. If not, that'll be really easy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I know what I did. I looked at Brevort and thought, I saw.
The other B one.
Just make sure. I see. Nothing. What is this? Where, Blenheim, how far up is Blenheim? Oh, way up.
Way up. Glenmont
It's,
is
yes, wait, I
the
know.
most northern, I think, is
Blenheim's right.
the south side of Glenmont is 5.
Well, then I will email, why don't we can put it on, we can approve it and pass it on, and
Right.
that way, if something, if someone gets concerned, we can deal with it. Do I have any questions? I am sorry for the mistake, and I will apologize to the owner. At least we didn't delay them by more than a day or 2. Any public comment? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimously recommend approval, but also note that I'll contact the chair and vice chair of the commission and say, I messed up, it's in a different district. We can do it through the bypass. And by the city attorney did approve that.
Okay.
They've approved it twice now. They approved it, then forgot, then I sent them the email of approval. This is what you sent me 6 years ago. And they said, oh, okay. Now, do you have anything on the screening forms?
I did update, I will send out here right after this meeting to
The commission.
the commission.
You wanna put them up on this,
I can.
that way we can have them, the committee can take it. Do you,
Spot.
right,
I can email to you really quick if that will work.
yes. Oh, by the way, we have our new District 4 Commissioner-elect in the audience. You wanna introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Angela Saucer.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
She didn't introduce herself earlier because if that was a District 4 thing, she didn't want anyone to
Didn't
know.
want to.
Although I think the Olentangy Boulevard might be District 4,
Hi.
Yes, it is.
What's the cross street?
so.
Yes, it is. It's at the end of Winthrop, the dead end of Winthrop, and
There you go.
that's
You
why I
went from
thought
two
she was
cases
here.
to just
And you know, and the reason I don't look to the individual commissioners because we don't send out we don't send neighbor notices for demo permits. And that's when I look up the commissioner because I have to put their name on the notice. Michael Hahn. Okay, here we go. Let me just download it and then pull it up. I need to minimize this because, as I told you, Apple is picky about one thing maximized at a time. Probably a Steve Jobs extension. Then bigger.
Really this size to display well on the screen. So as we discussed last month, what we wanted to remove were the sections on utilities. So what we were left with were the questions about the auxiliary unit structure, square footage, height, and setbacks. And then the only other remaining, the only other remaining sections on this were related to parking and
I'm doing going slowly so it doesn't pop up to the next page. The other thing is,
trying to put an element of suspense into this. Parking, we had questions on whether it was street parking, off-street, and if they were requesting a parking reduction. Correct. There's one other item a little further above, and this was the amenities that would be present in the auxiliary unit, whether it was a shower, bath, sink, toilet, and stove, which were the critical points as we've determined about what it makes a difference between an ADU or a habitable space.
well, because the only tiny corrections or suggestions move that over so you don't have the people who say you can't have a 1 without a 2 or an A without a B. There are people who, is there someone on the commission?
That is the attorney coming out. And noticing
But that's,
okay, I can make that change and update that and send that out to the commissioners if,
does anyone else have any, if he wants me to go up or down so you can focus on something different, I'm just random moving it so people can see different things.
I have one question. Is there any relevance to the difference between a sink and a lab, as in a sink being for a kitchen and a lab being for a restroom?
we could change the wording to say like utility sink to distinguish between a bath and a kitchen sink.
Or we could write and or.
Or maybe just say thinking we can ask them with the meeting.
We could say specify time.
Well,
Locate.
so construction people and people in the building industry think in those terms, but most lay people don't distinguish, and most people don't call it a lab per se anyway.
Would someone in the industry know that see sink and realize that could be both kitchen or bathroom.
It could be if you're a layperson, but if you're in the industry, you would call the bathroom sink a lab.
Where you maybe just put, so we ought to make this
Or
user,
could you do like where it says bath shower and then you could do, is there always a sink with a toilet?
There's usually a lab with a toilet because most people wash their hands, or at least they should.
So that's what I'm thinking is if you do toilet / lab and then stove and sink together.
would people know what a lab is? I would,
Yeah,
I would assume
You
that
are-
if it
you're
went with
doing-
the toilet.
if you're doing renovation, yeah, by that time you'll know what a lab is, I guess. If you're paying for them to install.
Yeah,
You could always break it out into a bathroom and kitchen, because, you're asking about a stove, well, why not a refrigerator, why not a dishwasher? Why ask about a stove?
I mean, I think that the distinction that we were looking for is the things that made differences in the habitable space. I can throw a refrigerator in my garage,
yeah.
doesn't make it habitable space just because I have a refrigerator and an unfinished garage.
And I think the
Where-
city, sorry,
Where it became a distinguishing characteristic for us was, do you have a bathroom? Do you have a kitchen? And these were the kinds of questions that we're always trying to get at, just trying to understand the use of the
Well, why
space.
don't we just ask that, is it gonna have a kitchen, or is it gonna have a bathroom?
because the word kitchen isn't,
It's a whole
It's
other
nebulous.
category.
is nebulous. Because sometimes the city has said, you put a stove in that makes it a kitchen, or you do this, and they keep changing their definitions on us.
Because you could have a microwave
yes.
and a refrigerator.
I have an induction
and-
cooktop on the
yeah,
counter, does that make
and
it a
so
kitchen?
Technically, it wouldn't fit into the categories of that would, I think it's mainly the utilities associated with those things that are at issue.
They're approving them, so. I mean,
But
Yeah.
today,
Right,
they
Yes.
are.
right, so
We don't know
it's
where.
kind of moot.
Again, what we kind of looked at this form more was the typical questions that we always asked for the applicants coming to us, or what information we were trying to get, and making them prepared for the questions we were gonna ask when they came here.
Okay.
Some of that we could just look at, sometimes the plans will answer that, but I can highlight that to the commission and say, look, if you wanted, we had some discussion about that, there are different ways of doing it, we thought just leaving it this way, because, this has to be usable by lay people, and this will give us what we need to know. If we want more, we can ask. But does anyone want to vote to change that, or are we happy with the way it is?
I'm fine, that commission can decide.
I think that's what they get paid a big bucks for.
Yes,
Can I do a motion to approve these, to recommend approval of these forms to the commission? Someone could make that motion.
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
second.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed?
Me,
You're opposed?
yeah,
Okay.
I think they're overly prescriptive, it's just my opinion.
Okay. No, that will go, can you put that, is that in the minutes?
Note that now.
So, that was approved by recommendation of 7-1. And, no, I thank you for noting that. The commission wants to hear why we came to, we did it. They might agree with you. Okay, now moved on to the next one, the rules. Let me see if I can get these up there. Screen with the rules right here. I know, I'm gonna pull it up in Google Docs, that way if there's changes, I can make them in real time without having to go back. That's the screening form. Your commissioners. Here it is. I can walk people through my proposal as I did misspell recommend, I believe, because I think I need shall, I'll correct the spelling. You guys recommended, this will be as recommended to the commission
says third.
Yeah, it's supposed to be E and D.
This, I'm trying to do it over my shoulder. Is recommended to the commission, from, by the zoning and variance committee. The organizational, I did not see things to change in the organizational matters. They seem to work. Does anyone have anything they think should be changed?
I'm just confused on, number 4.
That
Committee
is some-
members may participate and vote on matters before the committee, that's us, right?
Yes.
Even if they are not members of the commission?
The city attorney wanted that in there.
And what does that mean?
That means that they wanted it clear that that everyone knows that we aren't commissioners.
Oh,
Because we're not,
because if a
We are not
commission,
elected.
we do not have a mayor appointment,
okay,
and we are. Then that's also why all these things have to be approved by the commission, because they have to be approved by someone by people with mayoral appointments.
but a commission member can sit with us and vote, am I correct?
I think the rules say they sit ex officio in their own district, which means not voting, which means participating in every way but voting.
But voting, okay. That's what I thought I remembered.
But it also means that if one of you were a sitting commissioner, which just happened in the past, it would be fine. I think a lot of commissions have only commissioners do stuff like this, but that's also because they have like 20 members. We don't, we only have 9.
Right.
We have a much smaller commission.
Then shouldn't it say committee members may participate in the vote on matters, but not commissioners?
But that's not
In
what this
committee.
is saying.
They're not committee, they are not commissioners. To be a member of this committee, you have to be appointed by the commission.
Right,
Everyone here has their name, got a yes vote from the commission. So we are all committee members. Commissioners are not regular committee members. They can sit ex officio for matters in their own district, but that just means they can't vote. If you're ex officio, you can't vote.
I guess I'll have to get out my legal documents and
Well-
read them, because I don't understand it, even if they are, I'm like, well,
I know.
okay.
That's because most commissions have only commissioners serve on committees like this. And this freaked out the city attorney. This is language. There are a few things that we can't change.
But
and
that's fine.
that's the
Okay.
no, but it's perfectly valid to ask.
But years ago, this committee used to have a mixture,
Yes.
Yes,
and that's where we're
yes.
thinking about, but not anymore.
But if a commissioner, that's, the city attorney.
Now, I think they could vote, but I think they usually didn't.
I think,
Correct.
As I recall, it would be like,
would
this is my
stay.
district, and.
If it
you
was
know,
in your
sit
district.
and participate, but not vote, because I'll vote when the commission.
I think they never should have voted because that bylaws always said
Probably not.
ex officio. And I said ex officio for my office on a committee, which I like because anytime there's a vote, I don't have to worry about it because I'm not voting. But that gives them full participation
I
rights.
get it,
Okay.
thank you.
So thank you for asking. We should be able to explain why, if I can't explain why something's here, it shouldn't be here. And once before, this seems to be, does anyone think that we should change the way we do that, picking up, selecting new members, I thought it's been working for the last couple of years.
I thought this process worked well this year,
Mhm.
gave opportunity and notice for people to participate.
Okay, then
Yeah.
that's the committee's proposal. Okay, and I just I deleted this year's ones, and I put, the only changes that aren't the normal meeting date are, again, November and December. I don't think, it would be December 24th,
I don't think, I think a lot of.
and it would be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And then I went through February just because Did we get through March? No, I should put March as
March.
Just because that way, if there's some like, if we had some problem with getting the committee reappointed, there would at least be a next meeting. Which day is that? 2026 calendar. Mark,
That would be the 25th of March.
yes, 25th. That would, because we almost had there was an issue, there might have been not a quorum on the night that you were all selected. And if they don't have a quorum, they can't pick committee members. If there's no committee, you can't hear anything. But at least, yeah, that this at least keeps it so that the next meeting is set. So the same provisions for changing it. The only thing I noticed at the training I went to over the weekend, they thought they wanted 24 hours notice before a special meeting. So I added with 24 hours notice to, for extraordinary cause, committee chairman call a special meeting. And that way, it's, no one thinks we're going to pull it off. To pull a fast one on them. But to be set, I got rid of in order too. So to be set for a hearing, set in order doesn't do anything. Oh, I know, 10 days before a regularly scheduled committee meeting, we could leave that in there now that we have, if we ever have to change the meeting date. I thought that the problem is if it's 10 days before the regular scheduled and we change the meeting date, it's no longer a regularly scheduled meeting. And so this sets, that has happened once or twice. I think once when we had a bunch of people sick and we had to meet before the commission, we had to change it. Okay. I got rid of the, if unusual public interest, I can send things out early. I thought we didn't need it. And if a commissioner I send things out promptly to commissioners. If we think something needs to get out soon, it can get out soon, but just giving me permission seemed to be silly. Because that's something I can do anyway, anyone can do it.
That rule seemed odd anyway, but it's determining unusual public interest.
That's
not clear.
But I usually, when I set, we also have in here that, like within 2 business days of getting it, we notify the commissioner for the district. We tell the person what's going on. The commissioner for the district can see it and say, I want this publicized now.
The numeric sequencing needs to be corrected.
I think the 16,
Well, you change take out 16.
I think when I delete it, let's see what happens when I hit. I think it should
Self-correct.
it should self-correct. We'll note that the meeting that it
Famous last words.
matters requiring a vote and public comment will be heard as follows. Because we've had special use permits, we have demo permits.
Graphics.
So graphic design, so I think graphics are still variances. But we had CPDs, are those technically variances, so why not just say anything that's gonna require a vote? I thought this is one thing that they also suggested at the meeting, and I'm open to, it says public comment will be limited to 3 minutes per participant, and that there's discretion to change that. I thought that would send people in with the expectation of being concise rather than coming in with a 10-minute speech, which every once in a while someone does. You do not come with 10-minute speeches. You're concise.
Do we need rules in there or clarifications in there for procedure of announcing the change to the 3-minute rule?
We can just
say you can change it at your discretion. Is that too?
discretion change limits so that a topic can be fully discussed. And we can also just delete that. Because if someone does have an important point, I thought we should be able to.
It's a minor point. I'm not going to stick by it.
What? Actually, I'd be interested to see what Michael Weinman's position on this. He's good at this procedure stuff. And he also is the one who changed. He suggested we proposed last time that said, committee members, where's Robert's Rule of Order somewhere in here? He added the Robert pursuant, when a motion to approve is on the table, committee members may ask a question saying in accordance with Robert's Rules of Order. And he said, put that in there so you can limit comment if someone goes nuts. So what do you think?
Well, I think you have it covered because you have the discretion to change it. The committee chair has discretion to change the limit, so I think we're good.
And some of that also, I don't want someone coming here saying, you let that person go on for 3 minutes and 30 seconds, you're breaking the rules. So that's one thing I learned when Dana Bagwell was chair. She often would let people go a little bit over. She wouldn't stop them until they went significantly over because she wanted to give people a chance to have their say. And it's kind of like it's more of a speed limit than the way most people treat speed limits than anything else.
I think that also in the past, okay, so I give my 3-minute presentation, but it makes you ask a question and your question I answer. Then if there's an exchange of information as a regard after my 3 minutes, then yeah, it could go on, but it cannot go on from.
Yeah, but I think that's also.
That's your discretion.
Yeah, discretion. I think that's also a matter of just being fairness and giving people a chance to have their. If we interrupt you, if you have a 3-minute speech and we interrupt you 10 seconds into it, which we probably shouldn't be doing, then we will let. Then we. Well, I mean, I'm used to in oral argument. There's a rule. There's a rule that when a judge opens their mouth, the lawyer shuts their mouth immediately, no matter if they're in the middle of the word "the." You stop. But I can flag that to the commission and tell them we'll think of it. I thought just the 3 minutes. I like giving people the expectation coming in because they don't know how much time they have. Because the committee chairwoman the city has come up with standards of civility. That's why I said city issue, so that or recommended by the city. That way we can't just make them up. The city attorney has given. I need to go dig them out. But they said you should enforce these standards. Okay.
That's interesting. I'd be curious to see that.
I'll see if I can find them. I'll see if I can find them before the next meeting. And if I'm going to enforce them, I should find them and read them before. I was actually surprised because I thought it would violate the First Amendment to tell people how to talk. But the other thing I have to show, the city attorney is my lawyer. If they say it's legal, it's legal. Someone else tells me it's not. I just say ask instead of make questions. That's just. Someone last time suggested changing all the mays and the shalls, but that's the committee can vote on portions of the application separately. Because that's just the structure of the sentence made more sense to me. No motion to table an application will be approved instead of entertained.
That's better.
That way someone puts it on the you can put it on the table, you just
They
can't.
have to agree.
And the chair will make a presentation. And that's the same thing. So I have to give reasons, right, the dissenting committee members as well. Did we see anything that, I think the most valid criticism of these rules is they're too detailed. But they're not bylaws, they're procedural rules. Do you have any, does our new commissioner have any, or new commissioner-elect have any comments?
I don't, but I'm learning a lot here.
But just, one thing we're proud of here, we are the first zoning committee in the city to have rules.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yes.
What?
No, it's scary. I think many still don't.
Perhaps the new commissioner-elect will be able to impart upon the other 8 commissioners that attending these meetings can be educational and beneficial to their productivity. Right, Michael? They need to be sitting here.
I I'm not going to comment on.
I do remember years ago, I went to a university commission meeting, and they usually had a lot of cases, but they had this big egg number. And you started talking, and they turned it over, and when that sand was out, you were done. And I thought, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It was a little harsh, I thought.
But
But it worked.
We've had to be there though, at some of the
Yes.
meetings in the past, with this committee and this commission, we've had to limit
Yes.
people's times,
You got it.
unfortunately.
When you're
just-
in the
I was just gonna
church,
say, it was when we were over there.
when we're over there, you have to.
and also telling people 3 minutes is really a
3
favor
minutes is
because
a long time.
it's a
Doesn't
favor to
sound-
them because if they can, if you're still talking after 10 minutes, you're not.
You're not really, you're just repeating yourself.
I think the goal of the rules should be to make sure more that not we're enforcing a time limit on a specific person, but that we're viewing it as a way to make sure that everybody who wants to gets a chance to comment. We do have a limited time to do some of these items, and so we want to be fair and make sure everybody in the public that is here gets a chance to comment, which we always historically been very lenient and very good about.
Yeah, our rules, my rule is always, if you come here to give a public, you will get a chance. The commission has time limits. Fortunately or unfortunately, our job is to not have the time limits, and to take the time we need. And the church doesn't kick us out. So do I have any other comments on these?
Nope. Looks good.
And I will say with these changes, unfortunately, you know what I did? I made a mistake. I should have found a way to make these changes look different than the previous changes. You can just say I'll send them to the commission directly. That you'll send them the minutes of the meeting, and I'll send them. Do I have a motion to approve these as a? Do you want to take the time to look at them, Diane?
No, I agree.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve
I
these as they
move
are?
to approve these.
Second,
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimously approved to be recommended to the commission. Now it's our next meeting. The CAC will meet on March 6th at 7 p.m. and our next meeting is March 26th, 2025, 7 p.m. right here. I also have to, my job has to be to send these dates to the church so they know.
Right.
And thank you. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Any opposed? No. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimously approved. Sorry, this is the second one we'll look. It's a.
I'm putting that in the minutes.
How about I?
Two directions all the time.
I'm an executive.